Hello students, in this video we discuss two important properties, limit superior and limit inferior of a sequence of real numbers. First, recall the following concepts: supremum or LUB and infimum or GLB. The fundamental property of real numbers is LUB axiom. Let us quickly check the statement. LUB axiom: every non-empty subset of R which is bounded above has a least upper bound in R. This is very fundamental property and we are using it everywhere. Then recall sequences of real numbers, subsequences, convergent sequences, bounded sequences, monotone sequences. We need all these concepts to discuss limit superior and limit inferior. So first you pause this video, recall all these concepts and then again start watching. Let us start with the definition of limit superior. Consider a sequence xn of real numbers which is bounded above. Consider the subset of xn, xn plus 1, xn plus 2 and so on. So we have started with the term xn and then consider all the terms. Now the sequence is bounded above. So this subset of real numbers is bounded above. So supremum exists. Then define Mn as the supremum of this set xn, xn plus 1, xn plus 2 and so on. So if you consider the set x1, x2, x3 and so on, then its supremum is M1. If you start with x2, then x2, x3, x4 and so on, then its supremum is M2 and so on. That means to see the property of the sequence Mn, we have to compare the supremum of a set and supremum of a subset. Now which number is bigger? Supremum of a set is bigger than the supremum of a subset. So Mn is bigger equal Mn plus 1 for all n. That means the sequence Mn is decreasing. Now we know that for the decreasing sequence there are only two possibilities. If it is bounded below, then it is convergent. If it is not bounded below, then it diverges to minus infinity. So if Mn is convergent, then we define limit superior of xn is limit of Mn. And if it diverges to minus infinity, then we define limit superior of xn as minus infinity. If the original sequence xn is not bounded above, then we define limit superior xn as infinity. Now let us solve some examples directly using definition. Consider xn as minus 1 raised to n. The terms of the sequence are minus 1, 1, minus 1, 1 and so on. There are only two distinct values. Now you start with any term, the supremum of that set is 1. So here capital Mn is the constant sequence 1, therefore it converges to 1. Hence the limit superior of xn is 1. Consider another example, xn equal to 1 by n. What are the terms? Write down terms: 1 half, 1 by 3, 1 by 4 and so on. Now observe that this sequence is decreasing. So if you start with 1 half, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, then M1 is 1. If you start with half, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, then the supremum, that is M2, is half. If you start with the term 1 by 3, 1 by 4, then the supremum, that is M3, is 1 by 3. So in general, the sequence Mn is 1 by n, and we know that the sequence Mn is convergent. Therefore, limit superior of xn is limit of Mn, which is equal to 0. Now let us define limit inferior. Now we have to start with the sequence xn of real numbers which is bounded below. Then we define small mn as the infimum of xn, xn plus 1, xn plus 2 and so on. The sequence is bounded below, that means the subset xn, xn plus 1, xn plus 2 is bounded below. Therefore infimum means GLB exists. Now we have to compare GLB of a set and GLB of a subset. Then Mn is less than or equal to Mn plus 1 for all n. Therefore, the sequence Mn is increasing. Now we know that for increasing sequence there are only two possibilities. Either it is bounded above or it diverges to infinity. So if Mn is convergent, then we define limit inferior xn as limit of Mn, and if Mn diverges to infinity, we define limit superior of xn as infinity. If the original sequence xn is not bounded below, then we define limit inferior xn as minus infinity. Let us discuss some examples directly by definition. Consider the same sequence minus 1 raised to n. The terms are minus 1, 1 and so on. Only there are two distinct values. Now if you start with any term, then we know that GLB is a minus 1. So in this case also, the sequence small mn is a constant sequence minus 1, and hence limit inferior of xn is the limit of mn, which is minus 1. Now consider another example, xn equal to minus 1 by n. Now you know that the sequence is increasing. Therefore, so if you write the terms minus 1, minus half, minus 1 by 3, minus 1 by 4, the terms are increasing. That means if you start with the second term, then GLB is minus half. If you start with the third term, then GLB is minus 1 by 3 and so on. So in general, Mn is the sequence minus 1 by n for all n. And we know that the sequence is convergent. So limit inferior is limit of Mn, which is 0. So we have seen these examples by direct use of definition. Now let us discuss some important properties of limit superior and limit inferior, which are very useful for solving examples. Let xn be a sequence of real numbers. Let capital S denote the set of all subsequential limits of xn. What is a subsequential limit? A subsequential limit of xn is a real number, or infinity or minus infinity, that is a limit of some subsequence of xn. For unbounded sequence, S contains infinity or minus infinity or both. First property is the set S is non-empty. And why the set S is non-empty? The reason is, for any sequence of real numbers xn, there exists a subsequence whose limit is limit superior, and also there exists a subsequence whose limit is limit inferior. Therefore, the set S is non-empty. The set S is a set of all subsequential limits of xn. Now, how this property is useful for solving examples? The set S is the set of all subsequential limits, and its supremum is the limit superior of the sequence xn, and infimum of S is the limit inferior of xn. So, no need to use definition of limit superior and limit inferior. You can directly find the set S, which is the set of all subsequential limits, and then you can easily find limit superior and limit inferior. Now, in the case of convergent sequence, xn converges to x if and only if limit superior of xn equal to limit inferior of xn, which is equal to the limit of xn. We know that the sequence xn converges to x if and only if all subsequences of xn converge to the same real number x. So in this case, the set S is singleton set x. So for convergent sequence, it is very easy to find limit superior and limit inferior. They are same, and which is equal to the limit of xn. Now let us discuss some examples using these properties. Again, consider the same example minus 1 raised to n. Already we know what is limit superior and what is limit inferior by definition. Limit superior is 1 and limit inferior is minus 1. Now, if you consider the set S, the set of all subsequential limits, then it contains only two elements, -1 and 1. So limit superior is supremum of S, which is 1, and limit inferior is infimum of S, which is -1. Let xn equal to 1 by n. Already we have find out, already we know what is limit superior. Limit superior is 0. Now, by the last property, since the sequence 1 by n is convergent, it converges to 0, then we have the set S is a singleton set 0 and limit superior equal to limit inferior equal to 0. Then we have already considered the third example, -1 raised to n, and we know that the limit inferior is 0 by definition. Now, by third property, we know that the sequence converges to 0. Hence, limit superior is same as the limit inferior is same as the 0. Now consider the sequence xn, which is equal to sine n pi by 2. Now first to write down all terms of this sequence. Write down some finitely many terms, n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4. So what are the terms? 1, 0, -1, 0, 1, 0 and so on. That means what is S? The set of all subsequential limits contains only 3 elements, -1, 0 and 1. Now what is limit superior? Limit superior is supremum of S, which is 1, and limit inferior is infimum of S, which is -1. Now consider some unbounded sequence, -1 raised to n into n. First you write down the terms. What are the terms? -1, 2, -3, 4, -5, 6 and so on. Now the subsequence of even suffixes means 2, 4, 6 diverges to infinity, and subsequence of odd suffixes, that is -1, -3, -5 diverges to -infinity. S contains only two elements, -infinity and infinity. Hence, limit superior is infinity and limit inferior is -infinity. Now consider the sequence 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. Now what is your observation? There is a one subsequence which converges to 1 and there is other subsequence which diverges to infinity. The set S contains only two elements, 1 and infinity. Hence, what is limit superior and what is limit inferior? Now you can write limit superior is infinity and limit inferior is 1. Consider another example. 1, -1, 1, -2, 1, -3, 1, -4 and so on. So there is a subsequence which converges to 1 and there is a subsequence which diverges to -infinity. Hence S contains only two elements, -infinity and 1. Therefore, limit superior is 1 and limit inferior is -infinity. Now consider this sequence 1 plus 1 by n cos n pi. You write down some terms, then you will understand this sequence. Here observe that the subsequence x to n is 1 plus 1 upon 2n, which converges to 1 because cos 2n pi is 1. So x to n converges to 1 and other subsequence of odd suffixes x to n minus 1. Here cos of 2n plus 1 pi is -1. So -1 minus 1 upon 2n minus 1 and this subsequence converges to -1. Hence S contains only two elements, -1 and 1. Therefore, limit superior is 1 and limit inferior is -1. Consider this sequence xn equal to 3 plus 2 into -1 raised to n. Now you write down the terms n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4. So here, if you consider the subsequence of even suffixes x to n, then -1 raised to n is 1. So 3 plus 2 equal to 5, which converges to 5, and subsequence of odd suffixes Minus 1 raised to n is minus 1. So 3 minus 2 is 1. So it converges to 1. Therefore, S contains two elements, 1 and 5. Now what is limit superior and what is limit inferior? Limit superior is 5 and limit inferior is 1. Now consider the sequence xn equal to 1 plus 1 by n bracket raised to n. This is very important sequence. This is a sequence of rational numbers which converges to irrational number. And you know that this sequence converges to E. Since the sequence is convergent, S contains only one element E. Therefore, limit superior is same as the limit inferior is same as E. These are two references and I have taken material from these two books. Now I am sure that you can solve the examples of limit superior and limit inferior. You first write down the terms of any sequence. Then consider the set S, which is the set of all subsequential limits, and then supremum of that set is limit superior and infimum of S is limit inferior. Thus, you can easily find the limit superior and limit inferior of a given sequence. Thank you and best wishes for your study.